Hi Sag, welcome to your reading. My name is Linda. This is going to be for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or if the person you're dealing with is a Sagittarius, you could also be watching to get some info from the other side of the fence. So I've already pre-shuffled your cards and laid out the spread. This card represents where you are now. This is the challenge you face, the resources you can use. This is the hidden forces, potential outcome. And we're going to take one rune here to understand what is the spiritual lesson in your situation. Okay. This is a super interesting reading. You have the Five of Wands, and then you have the Sun and the Star here, two major arcanas. And then you have two kings in the reading, King of Swords, King of Wands. And they're kind of like, there's like some interesting symmetry here in this reading, as well as this rune. This rune is kind of similar energy to the Five of Wands, actually. Like the feeling I get here is that what you're working with, or what you have in front of you, or the events, circumstances, and people that are in your sphere of reference right now is actually really what you want, and it's kind of like the best possible situation you could have dreamt up, and you did dream it up. It's like you manifested this. You've been manifesting very, very well, very strongly your hopes and desires. And yet somehow the things that you have in front of you are causing you to feel some kind of friction. It's weird. It's like this Five of Wands is where you are now. The challenge you face is the Sun. The hidden forces is the Star. So it's like what's challenging you is the success or the happiness or the realization or the manifestation of the things that are actually right there in front of you. And what the hidden forces are here is the Star. It's like, it's kind of saying like the reading here is kind of guiding me to tell you that there is this kind of orchestration happening here. Like the universe is definitely bringing people and events towards you that are exactly in alignment with the things that you've been wishing for or manifesting or envisioning. And here it is. Here they are. But somehow it's causing you to feel some kind of friction or some kind of dissonance, right? However, I feel like it's a temporary energy. I feel like there's something here that will, like there's an energy here with the Five of Wands where I feel like there's a kind of balance between competitiveness and playfulness and conflict. It's like you're riding that line somehow. Because the Five of Wands can be like sportsmanship, sports. It's like that kind of energy of playfulness, competitiveness. It can be fun as much as it can be like competitive and conflictual, if that's a word, conflictual. But somehow this rune, which is the spiritual lesson of this whole situation, feels very connected to this five. So I'm going to read to you what it says in my notes about this rune. So this rune is called Hagalas, and it represents hail. It says wrath of nature, destructive, uncontrolled forces, especially the weather or within the unconscious. Tempering, testing, trial, controlled crisis, leading to completion, inner harmony. Now, with the runes, there is interpretations for upright and reverse positions, but as you can see with this rune, it's symmetric. So reverse and upright is kind of the same. But there is like an interpretation here that you could read if the card is in a if the rune is in a debilitated position, or if there's kind of an opposition in the spread itself. So as a reversal or as an opposition, it says natural disaster, catastrophe, stagnation, loss of power, pain, loss, suffering, hardship, sickness, crisis, which is kind of what I'm picking up from this Five of Wands energy. So I want to kind of talk about because these two cards are kind of very symmetric to me. There's like a repetition of the message I feel through these two cards. It's like the Sun is in the position of what challenge you face, and the Star is in the position of what are the hidden forces. Like I said, what you're experiencing right now could be the actual manifestation of the things you've been envisioning and dreaming up and calling into your energy. And the Star here is saying that there is this sort of, because it's in the position of what are the hidden forces, it's saying that there is this kind of divine orchestration that's happening here. There's like energy from the universe that has brought all this all this matter, all these matters, all these people, all of this information, or all this energy into your auric field, into your experience, as a way of showing you that there is nothing but support for you in what you are seeking to achieve and attain. So why are you fighting back against it? Like, why are you kind of getting in the way of it? That's what it feels like to me. It's like you got everything you want is right in front of you, but maybe you're not looking at things in the right way to understand that actually this is exactly what you've manifested. And it's exactly, if you go back perhaps and look at, like, let's say your if you've ever written a manifesto, or if you've ever created a vision board, or if you've ever, you know, done those kinds of list making where you kind of are calling in the things you want, or if you've ever done any kind of ritual magic around, you know, what you want to manifest, or any kind of intentional work along those lines, if you actually go back and look at what you called in, you'll realize that what you have in front of you is exactly what you wanted. But somehow you are in conflict about that. Somehow you are fighting against it. Somehow you are maybe not seeing it for what it is, and so you don't realize that what you have exactly right now is exactly what you wanted. I think there needs to be a shift in your perception here. And that's going to bring me to this King of Swords, King of Wands, because I feel like both of these energies are describing you. Again, there's some doubling up of the energies in this reading, where I feel like some of the messages from the cards are describing you and the energy that you either have or that you need to bring in. It can also be describing people in your environment. So how I'm seeing the King of Swords in this situation is that your higher self is saying, and this position is the resources you can use. So how I'm seeing it is that your higher self is saying you need to be a little bit more clear-minded and rational, and perceive your situation from a slightly detached perspective. Because maybe there's something a little bit too emotional about the way you are seeing what's in front of you. Like, I feel like you're making it into something that it's not. You're creating some kind of drama, or some kind of conflict, or some kind of tension, or some kind of something out of what's right in front of you that actually doesn't really need to be there. It's not really the way it is. It's just the way you're seeing it. And it's kind of, again, the Five of Wands here is sort of tying back to this Man of Wands in reverse here. This is the King of Wands in reverse. This is in the position of the potential outcome. And again, I feel like it's describing like the energy that you're bringing to the situation that is maybe contributing to some of this feeling of conflict or tension or drama. And I feel like the energy of these two kings in the reading is guiding you, or informing you, or suggesting ways that you can shift the energy of how you feel right now about what's your experience, by changing the way you perceive the situation, or by just ever so slightly moderating or mitigating or recalibrating your energy. Excuse me, I'm getting a scratchy throat, and I feel like it's connected here. I think there's something in this reading also about communication. Can be about the way you communicate internally about your situation. But there's something with this man, the King of Wands in reverse here, feels to me that there could be a little bit of an issue around like your temperament, or the way you're carrying yourself is maybe what's contributing to that feeling. I think generally you need to be a little bit more grounded in your energy and in the experiences that you're having right now. I also feel like I need to say here, don't take it personally. Whatever this energy is that's making you feel whatever type of way, that's like having some friction or conflict or any kind of like drama that you might be experiencing, I feel the need to say here, don't take it personally. Like, whatever's going on, just witness it without getting involved emotionally in it. Because the King of Wands in reverse can be a little bit temperamental or moody, or have temper tantrums, or have some kind of like emotionally immature response to situations. And I feel in the circumstance that you're in, it's completely unnecessary, and it's actually maybe the cause of whatever dissonance is actually being experienced by you and maybe the people around you. I feel the need to say again, you just need to take a slightly detached perspective. That's the King of Swords. Slightly detached. just ever so slightly recalibrate or moderate your energy, just so that you're not responding or having, like, letting something trigger you. That's what I'm feeling here. Something in this situation is triggering you, and it doesn't need to. You just need to take a step back and detach slightly and realize that actually it's got nothing to do with you, because you've got everything you want here. You have everything you want. Be in your own authentic energy. And if there is people in your environment that are causing you to feel some type of way, just take a step back from them. Realize that you don't need to be involved in the way that you are actually getting yourself involved in right now. You don't necessarily need to be part of the conversation that the people are having around you. You know, I kind of feel like you should and you ought to be above that. You know, with these energies here, the Star, the Sun, the King of Swords, like, you're above it. This is petty drama. It's not your story. Just pull back a little bit. Stop reacting to things that you don't need to be reacting to. That's what I feel the message here is. Sag. Just checking over here to see if there's anything else, but I feel like I've pretty much covered this reading. I mean, I want to say more. I want to say more about the Sun and the Star, because these are two of my favorite cards in the reading. And they're so bright and so loud here. But somehow this Five of Wands is almost overtaking the energy of this reading, and it shouldn't be. I feel like what you want to be tuning into right now is this energy of the Sun and the Star, like pure blessings. Sun energy is life, it's life force, it's happiness, it's success, it's abundance, it's wealth, it's contentedness, it's everything good. Vitality, health, everything good. It's right there for you. Somehow it's in the position of your challenge, which means maybe you just are not able to see it because you're letting some other situation that's happening even in your periphery. I don't even feel like it's like right in the center of your story. I feel like it's something happening in the periphery of your experience, but you're letting it have too much influence on the way that you're feeling right now. And then the Star here in the position of the hidden forces, really clearly saying to me that the universe really has your back. The universe really has your back. The universe is really supporting you in whatever you want. It's like your dreams are manifesting, if not having already manifested. It's like there are some specific maneuvers or orchestrations that are happening around you and in your energy right now that are pulling the things in that you've dreamt of or that you've been calling in. They're coming into your energy. They're right in your energy right now. So turn to face your attention more towards these things and pull away from anything that's petty or conflictual or generating any kind of friction in your energy that actually doesn't really require any of your attention, because it's pulling you away from the good stuff. That's what I feel. So Sag, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found that helpful. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.